Let the tool do the work, not you.
Woman driven. Wait, there's a dent in my car. You must have done that. You realize, well, that's probably too far, right?
Right.
You've never used an orbital sander. This video was meant to help you. Hello and welcome to Gearhead 704. I'm Matt, and in case you missed the last video, we are following up on that. We're working on my SSP, or actually it's a FHP, Florida Highway Patrol. It is a FOXBODY Mustang, in case you're not familiar with the SSPs. These are kind of special. They're police cars, and this is certainly one of them. But in the last upload, what we did here was this. We started revealing the original factory tan paint. Didn't get very far. The main reason we didn't get very far on that is we were just doing it by hand. And when I say we, Matt was helping me. He's the co-owner here at Fox Mustang Restoration. That's where I'm at today doing the work. But yeah, we didn't get very far. And also something else happened, guys. I'm just gonna be real honest with you here. That little bit of work hurt my back. Just that little bit of work did mess up my back. I've been having back issues for a while. I've been trying to get better. I've been doing physical therapy, chiropractic, all that kind of stuff. And I thought it was good to go. Did like an hour and a half of sanding and my back was erect for the next 3 days. Talked to the chiropractor and he said I'm basically pushing too hard. I got to take it even more easy. So with that in mind, we're getting back on this project today. We're no longer doing it by hand. We are going to use a machine, but I'm not even going to be using the machine. Instead, I brought in some help, guys. So let me go ahead, introduce the help, and yeah, we're gonna jump into this. This is gonna be fun. Found the help. We have woman driven. Look at this, woman. You're woman driven, right? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
No, you're not, but you are wearing her shirt. Not woman driven. Although we do like woman driven on this channel. Yeah, that's Doris. Anyway, check her channel out if you haven't before. But Tiffany's wearing the woman driven shirt, and Tiffany is my wife, aren't you?
Yes.
You know what? I never get tired of saying that, just to be honest. I like that. But anyway, appreciate you helping. You're gonna save my back. What you have to do is this right here has to be back to black and tan. So just go ahead and...
Well, that's not what you told me.
No, that's not what we're doing. I'm kidding. So I already showed them, but what we're gonna do is you're going to be using the sander back here, and you're gonna try to get as much of this tan paint out as you can to show up. Now, it's not gonna be a problem. Don't worry if, you know, like this is a good burn through spot right here we did, guys. Don't worry about that, babe. That's not a problem if you do that.
I'm not gonna mess up.
You know, you can't mess this up. So we're going for a kind of, I guess, patina look, trying to get back down to this factory color. It does have a lot of tan. There are some lines here, and there's another car. There's another car over there, guys, at FHP that Matt has. So I'll show you that. So she gets kind of a feel of what we're going for there. And Matt's gonna do some instructional with how to use the orbital sander, which I haven't used before, and you haven't either.
No.
So we'll find that out. But yes, we're gonna do that next. But I'm really glad that you're here to help me today, save my back. Do you like having a good back on me? I guess that's good, right?
I want you to be healthy. I want.
Yeah.
And
she needs me to do those chores around the house, guys. And I've been lazy lately.
I don't mind doing. You know, SSP and I, we've done some work.
You have done some work.
So.
In fact, this was your sticker job. Look, you put all those stickers on. So.
Are you talking? I sandblasted that cow.
Yes, see, I wanted to see if she remembered. Good, I got it out.
No.
Anyway, we're always having fun, guys. It's a husband and wife team.
Decals.
You're right. It's even decals. See? You guys know, you always get me on that. See, you watch. You must read the comments. So yeah, these are decals. Anyway, enough talk. We could do this all day, but yeah, let's get Matt out here. We'll go ahead and he'll show you how to do it, and we'll go from there. Sound good?
Perfect.
All right, thanks. But like I said, we're gonna go ahead and get started on this. Tiffany's gonna be doing most of the work, you know, because of my back, but Matt's gonna go ahead and show her how to use it. I've never used an orbital sander. I don't think you have before either, right?
No.
Okay, so Matt.
Not on the car.
All right, well, Matt, oh, I don't, I'll have to find out more about that later. Anyway, how long have we been married? I don't know. Anyway, Matt's gonna go ahead and kind of instruct us here what Tiff needs to do to not tear up my car too bad.
As you know, the point is we want to get to the original paint, but we really don't want to sand past the original paint. What we're gonna do, you'll notice I did some sanding here with this. So you'll notice how it goes like black, and then you start seeing the primer, and then the tan starts to come through. Yeah. When you start seeing the tan, that's where you're gonna stop. So you'll do the whole area to that point, and then when you get to that point, that's when we'll take over with the regular sandpaper. You see how quickly that comes out at that point?
It does. Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's how.
That's not a thick layer right there.
Right. Well, once you get to that point, once you start seeing the tan through the gray, and that's the key, is you want to see the tan through the gray. You don't want to see solid tan. And also, when you sand, if you push down on it, you see how the body flex? That changes the surface, the high and low points that you're sanding. So it's very particular on how you're going to use the actual sander. Again, you want to start seeing the tan, but not see it like that. You just barely want to see it about like that right there.
Gotcha.
Okay? Because again, that will go pretty quick. Like that.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah, see how fast that goes? When you're sanding and you start seeing high and lows, because Black is still here, grays are here. These are high spots, this is a low spot, okay? So when you start doing that, you can't keep sanding like this, because you're gonna keep sanding that spot down.
Right.
So once you start seeing the tan, you have to start working around it, okay? Now, when you're using this sander, there's a couple of key points. You wanna try to keep it flat, right? Because if you come up on its edge, all the sanding power is at that one little spot, and you will blow through the bare steel in a matter of about 1.5 seconds.
Yeah.
Same thing on high spots here. You see how we have a high spot here, and this isn't even a high spot, it's a corner, right?
But that edge, it's only going to be able to make contact with that.
Exactly, because when you come up on an edge and a high spot, or an edge and you roll over the edge, when you're actually doing that edge, it's the same thing. Every bit of that sanding power is concentrated on that one lip, and you will blow through that in a second. Okay, so the way that you're gonna do these is you'll sand it like this, right? Try to keep it level. Then you won't roll it over, you're then gonna switch and come back here.
Right.
All right, now this has a curvature to it, and there's actually a big dent right there.
I see that.
So we might try to knock that dent out.
I did know about that, actually.
The dent there, you got a dent in your car.
Yeah, no, I did know about it.
And you'll notice right here, look right here.
Wait, there's a dent in my car? You must have done that. What are you doing, Matt?
Yeah, right? It's all right, you signed the invoice. So that you
There's a high spot right here.
Not only is it a high spot, it's a whole lip. You'll see the whole ridge go.
Yeah.
Look.
There and then there.
Yeah, go like this. You'll feel the whole body of the car.
Yep.
So that is a high spot. That will sand through. So when you're sanding here, you're going to sand like this.
And
then when you come down here, you're going to sand like this. Now there is a little bit of a curvature. You can do curvatures fast. You got to move them fast.
Yep.
Okay. This paint is so thick. This black paint and this primer is so thick. It's going to take you a pretty good 20 seconds until you start seeing gray.
Yep.
But once you start seeing gray, then you want to start paying attention to that spot. And when you're working it, you're not going to pay attention. You're not going to work it like this. You see how I'm not moving off the spot. I got it covered. So you're not going to sand, and then look. And then sand, and then look. That's a great way to blow right through. When you start getting close, you're going to start going like this. You're going to sand, you're going to wipe it, and keep going like that.
Right, so I'm
you
exposing it.
Yeah, so this way, when you're sanding it, you're gonna sand away a little and re-inspect it, sand away a little. Now, normally, if you're doing body work, it's not super crucial. You wanna really get a good scuff on a factory paint anyway, and if we were repainting this, we wouldn't even necessarily go all the way down to the tan. Depends on how good the paint is below. Like the original, this black paint here, it's really thick, it's chipping off, and anytime you see a paint that chips or flakes, it wasn't a good prep job. So you
it had a bad paint job anyway on this car.
Yeah, anytime you're going to repaint a car, if you don't blast it down the bare steel or sand it down the bare steel, you want to remove the crap paint.
Right.
You want to get down to good paint. And usually the best base to do a car on is really a factory paint job. Because it's already primed underneath, and you've got the factory paint, which should be a decent quality paint. Some of the Fox bodies in the 80s, they had bad paint jobs. They had recalls on. But yeah, the biggest thing right here is we're trying to save the original paint, and that's why you're paying attention to that so much.
Yep.
My point is like normally if you're just sanding it just to repaint, you wouldn't pay that close of attention. But what we're trying to accomplish, that's what it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this, I guess I'll do this for you too. There's the roll of pads. They just adhesive backed, that's it. Peel, stick. All right, there is a speed here, the dial here. I usually stay between 5 and 6 because you just want to do the work and it's just going to power through it. Okay, now
is it up to 10?
It goes from 1 to 6.
1 to 6.
So, and what we're going to do to help with the sanding, this is also going to keep the dust down too. Keep it wet. Obviously, this is an electric motor. It is grounded. Not a risk of being electrocuted as long as you don't dunk it in anything.
We're not dipping it in the water.
Right, but that's why I have this rag here.
If you electrocute yourself, I know this video is going to get a lot of views.
Oh no!
On and off switch. I just usually start with it here. I'll grab here, and turn the switch here. You're gonna guide it like this. Now, another technique. You would think of something like this, it would sand better if you push down really hard. Or if you push down harder, a lot of people think it would sand better. It actually doesn't. It sands worse because what you're doing is while you're pushing down on it, the friction of that sandpaper slows the rotation down and you're not doing as much work. So this is a perfect example of learning to use the tool the right way. Let the tool do the work, not you.
Let the tool do the work, not you. Let the tool do the work, not you.
So that's the biggest thing. You're gonna wanna go fairly light. You do wanna use a little bit of pressure. You don't want it to actually just float. You wanna use a little bit of pressure, but also if you push down on it, that's when it deforms the metal. You start getting weird sand spots. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit here for you, okay? start concentrating over here and let the edge sand the edge of this.
Right.
So as I'm sanding this, and because
It's
it's
still getting that, yeah.
not only is it spinning like this, it's also going like this at the same time it's spinning. So you're getting a pretty good, you know, coverage, not just this. But that's pretty much it. And you can see how quickly it sands through. It's a lot faster when we did it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and that's
You're getting the
same
good
grit.
stuff here
It's the
too.
same grit sandpaper.
Is it?
But look at that.
What is that? An 80 we were using?
Yeah.
How
Time
quickly
to
is that
replace
going?
that pad.
Yeah, I was about to say, is it?
It didn't fill up this much whenever I did it dry, so let's go ahead and try one dry. But dry, you're gonna wanna wear a mask though. I really hope to keep the dust down using the water, but it clogged that paper up immediately, and that paper should go a lot further than it did.
Matt has finished up with the instructional, and we got Tiff all set with the respirator. She's ready to go. So you excited about doing this?
I mean, you can't hear me.
All right, we're gonna let Tiffany loose and see how she does. You're doing it dry, right? Because that worked a little better, I guess. You're gonna do dry.
I
Okay.
need power.
Need power? All right, we'll get that figured out. But for you guys, the next thing you'll see, let's go ahead and move to time lapse. All right, well, Tiffany, there you go. She's still getting out of stuff and everything. You got some mask marks there, but she did finish the deck lid, guys. She did, and what's really cool is right here, this is when the FHP put it in auction. They did all this, right? We got it down to bare metal. They just happened to miss this part. So this is all that's left of that sticker, unfortunately, but you revealed it, Tiff. It's pretty cool. So this was kind of like a how-to of, you know, Matt's instructions. How'd you like using that? Did his instructions help you?
Yes, it did. There's some parts of just getting the feel of it, trusting the tool to do that and not let it dig through all the paint.
Yeah, and it's your first time using it, but I think you did good. And like, this is a perfect car to, you know, test on. You had Gearhead 704 up here, I noticed, with some of the dust. Yeah, but you had a lot of Bondo here, which is what took a while to get through all that.
Yeah, that's what covered me in dust.
Yeah, and you also got started on this side. We're gonna show this. Pretty cool. Now, what I didn't realize is the car was painted tan first. Ended up going down a little bit too far, but it's okay because...
Yeah, so if you see right here, this black is actually the factory black. So this is the black on top, this is the primer, this is the factory black, and then this is the tan that's up underneath. And I didn't realize this factory black was pretty thin. It scratched off really fast, so I couldn't tell the difference with the glasses on and all the gear.
And you were thinking it went down a little further, but I guess when you revealed this, you realized, well, that's probably too far, right?
Right, yeah.
That's when you asked.
I was like, why do I still find tan? And so I didn't know that the whole car was actually tan. I kept looking for, I kept looking for tan.
Well, you're looking for tan, it makes sense. So it's actually not a problem because we can just, you know, spray paint over this. It's gonna be a track car, so it's no big deal. You didn't mess up.
No, that's fine.
But really happy that you did this. I'm hoping that most of the Bondo work took a long time and the rest of the car should go a lot quicker, I think.
I will say there are some parts that in this process learning, this is a great large surface tool. But even the reason this isn't even done, that some of these smaller sections, I didn't feel confident on getting it down to the paint that I wanted.
Right, with that tool.
With this tool, I would probably want to switch to doing more of the hand tool like you guys are doing on that side, but obviously it's gonna be easier on these smaller sections. There's a dent right here.
Yep.
And then if I'd used this tool, I would have not been able to get in there anyway.
Yeah,
So
that's
I
fine.
think the
Okay.
tool was very helpful compared to what you guys did.
Well, the big question is, do you want to do any more? Do you want to come back and try to finish this or not? What do you think? How you feeling about that?
I always like trying to finish a project.
Okay.
I hate having things half done.
All right, so we're gonna have a part 3 then, at least.
We'll
This is part
see.
2. Well, this is part 1 for you, but
I want to see this roof.
Yeah.
done, yeah. Oh, there's more Bondo.
yeah, there is. There's a couple Bondo spots, but there's actually one other thing we have to do today, a very important thing. So the video isn't quite done yet. We had a special delivery here from someone that Tiffany knows. So let me go ahead and show you guys what we got. Yeah, so this is the last thing I want to show you guys. Tiff, you may know this, but look what I got. G-Funk Express. Check out the back. I'm a mother foxer. What's going on, mother foxers? That's how he always starts his videos. So if you guys are not subscribed to G-Funk, it's one of my favorite YouTube channels that absolutely should have 1,000 subscribers. I love this guy, but he sent me the shirt. Actually, I bought this shirt, and this is his channel. It's actually G-Funk Express 5.0 now. So I'll have his information down below so you can subscribe to him. Also put it up on the screen here. But you like G-Funk, right, Tiff?
I really enjoy watching G-Funk, so shout out to you.
Cool, thanks a lot. But there you go, guys. Just a lot of work, took a lot of time. Hopefully it helped you. If you've never used an orbital sander, this video was meant to help you, and I'm hoping that I can start actually getting on it soon. Still recovering, still taking it easy on the back. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you're stopping in for the first time, please subscribe because I do upload 2 times a week, every Sunday and Wednesday, and we're definitely gonna have a lot more content because we're gonna get Tiff back on this, finish it up. I'm gonna have a lot of fun at the track going around with this look. So yeah, that's it. We'll see you here next time on Gearhead 704. But yeah, I already started out. That was great. Great to start out. Are you okay? I was seeing like you're coming over for something. Okay, sorry. No. Okay. Which, by the way, Matt, that's an interesting configuration there.
Yeah.
You did that on purpose, right? No. Okay.
Did not. I actually did not. Absolutely.
Let us know what you think of this in the comments down below. Anyway.
So, one track mind over here.
Yeah.
Who, me? Never.
And then when you start seeing...
I don't have that problem at home.
No.
Do you want to... Is this showing me? Okay.
You can't hear me.
What'd you say, Darth Vader? I don't know. Oh, okay. All right. That's got to be cut, I guess.